Happy Sunday, beloveds. I hope your Sunday afternoon is fine and you guys are just ready or getting ready for a new week by God's grace. My name is Thato, and those that are first timers, I would like to welcome you to a channel where we are all things conversations, and to the regulars, thank you for constantly being available to watch, to engage with me. So today we are going to speak about something. I think I'll just call it Lot's wife, because that is how I saw the situation that I am in, or the realization of the situation, right? So guys, I started working out, right, this week, because I wanted to start at the beginning of August and I couldn't because of everything surrounding. I did a vlog about it, but the premise of it was that I wanted to go back to gym. I wanted to get my strength back. I felt frail. I felt like I don't have control of my body, and I just decided to go back to gym. And I said to myself, I will document each and everything surrounding it. So I wanted to document, obviously, the first part and having to be in shape and all that, and thereafter it's just me and my discipline, you know. Anyway, so while I was actually doing that, I just had a quiet time with God, right? And you know, it's funny because I was just sitting and I remembered that, you know what, hang on, I have this tendency of actually graduating, if I could put it like that, or being delivered from something, or going through, crossing over, and wanting to look back like Lot's wife, wanting to relate to what was. So that is actually what I came across, where I was like, God delivered me from a lot of things. I will name alcoholism. I was obviously a functioning alcoholic. If you've seen my stories, I just practiced sexual immorality, and I just had mindsets about sexual immorality, and God has delivered me from that. And the mindsets about money, scarcity mindset, poverty mindset, and God is just continuously doing a transformation in my life. However, there are things, God, where He was just like, it is done. You have crossed over. You've moved to grade 2. You don't even have to look for grade 1, because there is no space. There's not even room for you. Even if you want to go back to grade 1, there's no room for you. So I found myself having that tendency of wanting to crave, to want to be a failure in a certain area that I've already passed in. Namely, also this whole gym situation. I used to be big, right? And big, I don't mean like obviously like fat, but like I used to be bigger than this. I'll find a picture. And with that, I did the work. I ate right. I had my disciplines. I did everything. Even after having my daughter, I went on that journey. Even throughout my pregnancy, I was disciplined, you know, where I could be eating for 2 or 3 or whatever. I ate for 1. I ate just normal portions, you know, and healthy baby, thank God. I used to work out each and every day of the entire pregnancy. So I did the work. And I've crossed over to the other side, to a point where if I want to make a decision when it comes to my health, my body, I wake up and I make that decision. There's no stronghold. There is nothing that I have to work through 3 months or a year or however many months for me to get back into the groove of things. So for me, that would translate as someone that has crossed over, because I listen to my body, because I've found a way where I can speak, I can hear my body out. When pimples pop, it would tell me that you've had a lot of sugar. When this or gut, whatever, anything, even when I gain weight, it's easy for me to say, okay, I see a little bit of this here that never used to be there. Let me get into it, you know. So, but I find myself wanting to be like the people that have not yet overcome that stronghold of weight gain, that stronghold of being overweight, or that stronghold of trying to lose weight and having to fail. And then I tend to want to be like those people, you know. And God is like, I delivered you. It's done. It's finished. It's over, Thato. It's done. So I realized that okay, I wanted to document this and make it as if like I'm getting my strength back, knowing very well that I just woke up the next morning, I can skip 2 days and it will not affect me as much because of the work that I've done in previous years, so many years that I've worked on myself, so many years that I've worked on my weight, so many years of dedication, discipline, commitment, so many years of saying no so that I can become a better person. But I take those things for granted. I take those points of having to just being in a gratitude state of mind to say, whoa, the work has been done. It is finished. I find myself having to, even with alcoholism, guys, I would go through so much. And I'm like, why am I passing a liquor store and I'm not feeling anything? You know, when you want to feel like craving for alcohol because of the nature of where you are. That is me. I literally don't crave alcohol at all. However, my mind is like, God really did this for you to a point where you don't even feel it here, or you feel it here, or you feel, you know, the way I would when I would crave for alcohol when I was a functioning alcoholic. But ever since 2020, I've never touched any alcohol. I've never gotten to a point where I bought it, you know, in movies where you see people buying it and then throwing it down the drain, buying it, deciding, smelling it. Nothing like that. Going to maybe a restaurant and you're tempted to order this instead of this, and you're like, no, it's a cocktail, you see, so it's got a little bit of nothing. So for me, it's one of those, no, man, can God really do this? Now, this now boils down to my doubt in God's ability. So I'm praying, I'm thanking God that I've crossed over towards the mark of the high calling. I'm thanking God that I forgot the things that are behind me and I'm stepping towards ahead of me. I'm declaring that I am in Christ. I'm a new creation. Old things have passed away. Behold, behold a new thing. But that new thing, I behold to a point where I'm just like, it's newish. I want it to be newish. I don't want it to be new, you know, and I want it to be a process. And that actually takes away from my ability to go to God and thank Him. It takes away from me actually sitting down, stop complaining about the things that I have never yet achieved, but to be like, yo, anyone that maybe the last time they saw me was in 2019, I am a totally different person. And these are the things I would quote, where it's like, for the next 6 months, you can be a totally different person. And I would believe them, but like not in a practical way. However, I am living this. I am living this transformation. I am living this do not conform, but be ye transformed. I am totally walking in it. However, I find myself having to be like, conte off. There's a trap where God is just going to be like, devil, I'm tired of this girl. I'm tired of her. Just have your way. This one day where everything is just going to, you know. Imagine how I'm making God feel. Imagine how I'm making God's work in my life. Imagine where I am placing it. That work of God in my life. And that revelation, I was like, I think I'm going to record this. And I just hope and I pray that this ministers to someone that has gotten out of something. And they want to keep looking back, thinking, maybe there's something I left there. Maybe my earring, man. Maybe my earring is there, and that one day I'm going to want to look for that earring. Maybe that one day I'm going to get that call that my earring was left and I'm going to go back. Knowing very well that you don't care about that earring. Knowing very well that you don't care about I'm getting that earring because you've bought more earrings. And that earring can replace something, anything that God has delivered you from that you think maybe you've left in your past life, or in a space in your life where God has delivered you. So I just found myself saying, I am free, I am redeemed, for let the redeemed of the Lord say so. I am redeemed, I am free, and no one is going to take away from that freedom. No one is going to take away from that deliverance. No one or nothing is going to take away from what God has done in my life. And guys, I encourage you guys to do that. I encourage you to speak. I encourage you to not dwell in it's good to reflect. I reflect a lot where I'm just like, God was a steering here. God was a steering. You see these songs that I sing about saying he literally dropped in the morning and changed situations around, and it's good to reflect like that. But having to sit and want to calculate, but my neighbor is struggling with alcoholism. How come God just did this and this and this? Like, there are people that literally say that they want to lose weight. How come I've never had the struggle ever since I've made that decision? Then I've never relapsed. I've never relapsed in my weight. I've never relapsed in my alcoholism. I've never, where you just like, Pelamina, I thought. Well, even sexual immorality, I've never relapsed where I'm just like, okay, whatever. The relapse is in other situations where you are in a relationship and you have temptations of being intimate. Those are the things that I could say. However, it was never a situation where it's like, I'm going in, nantaba, futhi, this man, futhi, this, no. So it's like, God, really, you can do this in a space of from 2020 to 2023. You can really change someone's life like this, just like this. And I'm just here to let you guys know that it is possible. So each and every time when you pray, remember those things that God has done. Don't give up on your family member that you don't see change in. Don't give up on that friend. Remember what God did for you. Remember the space that you were in. And remember that he will do it again. You are not unique. We've got the Bible to actually give us references of people that God turned situations just like this, where they were like, Lord, I'm tired. I just need you to have your way. And God was like, good shot. I just needed the driver's seat. So I got preachy because I went there. But this is an encouragement, and I pray and I hope that you guys take it in the way that I have delivered it in my spirit, and that it increases strength, it increases gratitude in your hearts, it increases even the encouragement of others and praying for others and the deliverance thereof. So it is possible with God. Don't be Lot's wife. Do not be Lot's wife. If anything this week, just say that to yourself. I'm not going to be Lot's wife. I am not going to be Lot's wife. If God has delivered you from the spirit of anger and someone decides to come and just wants to test that, I am not Lot's wife. I'm not going to look back. I'm going to be grateful of where God has taken me. I'm not me looking back. No, Pambil. So guys, have yourself a wonderful Monday. I'm recording this on a Sunday where I'm supposed to be taking my Sunday nap, but it's okay, it's worth it, because it's been something that's just like, no, go record. You gave thanks, I gave you this, and go and do it. So guys, thank you for watching. Please comment, subscribe, the yellow hooters. You know what to do. Mwah.